Oh no!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the launch party of Swarm on Red Valkyrie Presents. I'm, of course, Shae the Red with my amazing co-host, Cyborg Valkyrie, who's running everything today. How you doing today?
I'm doing awesome. I've lowered your volume for a third time.
You're so mean.
No, I need you to feign energy when I'm testing your audio level when you're using a
Well,
new
you
mic.
need to tell me you're testing my audio levels beforehand. I only have so much fake energy to push around.
For fuck's sake.
Anywho, we are here with the super amazing Shane. How are you doing?
No, you can't skip ahead. How are you, Shae?
Oh, I'm okay.
You're so full of shit. Okay.
Shae's a little sick still, but Shae had a lot of Mucinex, so if anything, I'm slightly drunk, and it's fine. It's fine.
That always makes things better.
It'll explain the cosplay you see. If I tell everyone that I'm a little drunk, that explains the cosplay.
Sure. And I spend a while strangling you. All over.
Shane, how are you?
I'm great. I'm excited to finally get to this point. Been working on this for a little over a year, getting everything done. So just excited to finally just be able to launch, to be honest.
Yes. This is going to be so cool. So before we get to the awesome campaign, which I'm going to let y'all know in the chat, Shane has a happy trigger figure, so
I do.
It might already be live. I'm just saying. Go back quickly. But while you do that, Sai, would you like to do the cosplay reveal?
Sure, because that involves me in any way.
Metamorphosis completed, sir.
Shae the Red
has now become
awesome.
Boom.
Ah. Nice.
I didn't have time for the pauldrons because you designed some very intricate pauldrons with 3 levels and a lot of stuff going on. But, hey, we got the rest of it.
Look, you could serve drinks off those things. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Anyway.
Shish kebab right in the top. Yeah.
For real, no, they're so cool, and I was like, I could rush them and they'd be garbage, but I look at how cool they are. I didn't want to. I wanted to do them justice. So, but yeah, so this is for Swarm. So you want to bring up the camper? There it is. She's such a badass. Look at her. So crazy. Okay, so Swarm. You gotta tell us really what is this? What is this book that you're launching with us today?
I'm going for, I don't know, growing up, I always like going to like the Walmart and the Kroger's and stuff like that and picking up like just the random issues of like Spider-Man and stuff like that, and just getting that action-packed feel just from like picking up that issue. So I really wanted to bring that with Swarm Volume 1. I just wanted to have like, some really, really cool action kind of characters build up going on. But yeah, that's kind of the vibe I want to give, an action-packed comic. Hoping
okay.
it reads that way. But
thank you, Eric.
But yeah.
Yeah, this is interesting. So tell us a little bit more about the kind of like the actual story, like the plot lines.
Yeah. Joel, he was an orphan, and what happens is there's this kind of a black market going on that takes kids and experiments on them. So, Joel, being an orphan, found himself entangled in being one of the kids that got experimented on. So he went from thinking he's going to be adopted to being part of a underground network that experiments with this kind of like a mutagen kind of effect, where it will give different abilities. It makes animal DNA with human DNA to create different specimens, and some of them are used to sell in like military and very top secret stuff. So that's how Joel gets into that, by being falsely adopted, thinking he's going to have a new home, and well, find himself on the bad side of that kind of stuff.
So
And
basically, you've got this kind of patient zero scenario going on where he's it's kind of like the Umbrella Corp. They're over here just experimenting on him and mixing him with other animal and insect DNA to see what comes out of it and what works.
yeah, well, I was a huge TMNT fan growing up, so I kind of like to how they incorporated where, watching that on Saturday mornings, you always look forward to like the next villain, like what's it going to be. You had Baxter Stockman, you had Gecko, all kinds of like these neat characters that was brought about, and so I kind of want to incorporate that a little bit, where I can just kind of play around with that idea, where I can just take this animal over here, this guy, put them together, and see what I come up with. And with the two villains, and I kind of wanted to layer them differently. You have Swarm Joel, who took the superhero aspect, even though he had a rough childhood growing up. He's turned into something positive. As for Night Wasp, she, on the other hand, saw it as a very bad thing. Now she's out for more of like the revenge for what happened to her. So she's kind of like that anti-hero, but not a
Is
hero.
that this character?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes
she's very
sense.
much still
I
a villain.
Understand.
Yeah.
I understand all of the spikies now. Now that's part of her anger. She's very pissed off.
Yeah, she did not want to be experimented. I mean, none of them wanted to be experimented on in a sense, but
right.
But she
But
wants to take revenge versus turning into something positive. And then you have Armadillo, the big armored yellow guy. Now he is somebody who is was more volunteer. He was ex-military and actually sees this as a positive. Like he's one of the people like, oh, you experiment on these kids, this gave them this cool ability. I want it, and I can become a mercenary kind of character. So you got three different types of character development of how they took the experiment.
Interesting. So this is not me making a comparison.
Oh,
but
fine.
I have a thought in my head when you were talking about taking a person and a creature and mixing them.
Mm-hmm.
When I was little, there was a show called The Wuzzles.
I don't know that one.
See, like no one has heard of this. I literally had a sleeping bag that was The Wuzzles. The Wuzzles. So if you look at The Wuzzles, this might look, Shane, it might give you an idea of some places you could go with some of this mutation crap, because The Wuzzles took two different animals and mixed them together. And so it would take like a lion and a bumblebee and put them together, and you'd have like this weird winged lion.
Was this like an 80s or 90s?
It was I want to say 80s, but it might have been 90s. It was definitely something from my childhood, though. It was like around the same time as Fraggle Rock and all of that, but this was an animated cartoon, kind of akin to Care Bears, except it was like these weird kind of...
There you go. Chris threw you a bone.
Thank goodness.
Oh, somebody remembers them.
Well, so the reason that I mention it is because when you start mixing with taking like human DNA and animal DNA, if you ended up ever wanting to go down a real crazy path where you were going to take a couple animals mixed with one human, you could look to the Wuzzles for some inspiration because they had some really crazy shit, and it would be hilarious to see, instead of putting it on the cute Care Bear side where everything's like happy and friendship and whatever the crap they were spewing, going the other
It's
way
more
with
sad,
it,
depressed, and angry.
like homicidal, like
Oh no.
fuck the world, I can't believe this happened to me. Like it would be so amazing to see. It'd be like what everyone's doing with Winnie the Pooh now that it's like open source for everybody.
Oh man, did that come out yet? That looks crazy. I don't know if that launched yet or.
There's so many. I know which one you're talking. There's so many other people that have messed with that
There you
stuff.
go,
Yes,
Kay.
thank
The whole
you.
thing is on
1985.
YouTube.
There you go.
1985. See, I would have been 2 when that came out.
I was born,
Oh.
so I also had older parents, so everything I saw
Wait.
was like,
God, this looks like asshole.
it's it was great when you were a kid, but it's the point I was getting at. Is
Thundercats.
it's
Yeah.
good ideas. But yeah, no, it's like it's such a cool kind of concept, and the fact that you're wanting to mix it so
Is that
like
Oddity?
basically every issue you can do a different
Exactly.
villain and everything. That's super awesome.
Is that Oddity?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It's
Sweens.
Sweens, yeah.
100% Sweens. That's so great.
Yeah, that's
Oh, man.
one of the prints. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And we got Death on there too, is the other character.
Oh, right. Okay.
Who's that guy?
I don't know, some dork.
It's
Thought
some
he'd make a
douchebag.
comic book.
Some douchebag with a cool comic, you know.
What's your,
And look, he's got the finger. He's like, this one.
what's that finger
This one.
touching there?
His
Don't-
no-nose.
don't read
I'm
into
going to touch
it.
his bumblebee parts.
Oh my gosh.
Ah, felony.
Okay.
Loaded.
So how many pages is this issue?
50. I originally had it to
Damn,
25, but John pushed me. He's like, yeah, we're going to go for a 50 page. I'm like, all right. My pocket
Go
cried
with
a little bit,
25.
but I did it.
I feel like 50, especially when you're introducing something that, I mean, there's a lot going on here, I would
Mhm.
assume, in this first issue. And unless you wanted it to cut short and immediately have to launch the next one,
Exactly.
I feel like 50 is at least enough that people can kind of be a little satiated with this is a new world and these new characters and a new everything that's going on. So I agree. I think 50 is a good mark to start with. And
Yeah.
then how many more books do you have planned in this series so far?
I want to go right into the next one. It's pretty much the reason I got everything done early with this, which I know a lot of people don't do that. They want to use the funds to make the product, but I just want to be able to just go right into the next one. So
Yeah.
that's pretty much the plan. My artist is already waiting. He's like, hey, when's the next one? I'm like, well, let me get this one.
You're
The
like,
campaign.
let me get a little bit of money, and then we'll do
and then
some more.
it goes right to making the next one. That's kind of how I want to do it.
Fantastic. So how many books total do you see in this series? Like as many as you can possibly
as many
make?
as I can. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
so
I
this will
want
be
to be
like a new
an ongoing.
recurring.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
And so the other thing with that is, are all of the stories interconnected, or are they standalone, or a bit of both?
I'd say a little bit of both. Yeah.
It's like you can read them on their own and not really miss a lot, but if you read them consecutively, you get a little bit more.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, I wanted that Saturday morning cartoon feel. Sometimes you miss an episode here and there, but you still got the gist of, as long as you watch that random X-Men episode, you're like, all right, I kind of know what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, unless you miss one of the big ones.
Yeah,
The only time it was bad is if it's like, oh, part 2, and you're like, fuck, I missed part 1.
Yeah.
Like, shit, now I don't know what's going on.
And then you gotta wait like a whole year, right? You're like, well,
eventually they'll keep on it.
Saturdays later.
Yeah. Frog G with the puns. That's now your answer. So you know, Shane. when somebody says, "How many books are you planning?" Say a swarm of them.
Ah, I like that.
Ba-bum,
I like
bum.
that. I can't wait for his
Fantastic.
book.
Oh yeah,
Frog
Frog
G's.
G's.
Yes, I'm excited.
That's going to be an awesome book.
Say
too.
Jason's one of my favorite artists. I actually got him to do like sketches for this, which I'm always excited to get him on. I need him to actually like probably do a print or something sometime. But
Absolutely.
he's
I keep
busy
on
these
trying
days
to
now.
get Jason. I keep trying to get Jason to give me the book so I can, edit it.
Oh,
I was like, "So when do I get to edit it?" And he goes, "Well, when we finish writing it." And I was like, "When is that going to be?" And he goes, "When we finish the art." I'm like, "Why are you doing the art and then the writing?" He goes, "Because it just works better." I'm like, "Okay, sure."
oh man, then you have to go back and erase stuff you don't like. Like, well, this panel doesn't make sense now. Yeah.
No, they're like writing it as they go, and then they're like, "We'll figure out the dialogue later." I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah. Yeah. Then he sends you the script and it's like, yeah, by the way, it's going to print in 72 hours.
It's fine. It's fine. All right,
Thank
so
you,
let's.
Sheldon.
Thank you, Sheldon. You know what's funny? This is the thing that kills me the most with you guys. I show regular cleave. It's like, okay, cool. I show underboob, and y'all lose your fucking mind. It's
It's different.
hilarious.
It is.
It is different. Look, I'm just saying, underboob is nice, and Shane's got a nice character with a lot of underboob. No, I'm not sitting up straighter. That's it. Okay. Anyway, all right. So let's go over kind of the tiers that you currently have.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk about some of the stretch goals and stuff
Okay.
that you're hoping to hit.
Real quick though, under impact,
Okay.
I really needed to see a close up of her.
Just do a close up of the boobs and then be like,
Yeah.
I mean, sorry. And then
That
go into
impact.
the
Double Impact. Isn't that a Jean-Claude
Terrible.
movie? I think it is.
I have no idea.
Yeah, where they CGI in a twin brother for Jean-Claude Van Damme. And the movie's Double Impact.
Okay.
There we go. All right, your
All
featured
right.
tier.
This is all
I
you,
think-
Shane.
Oh, yep. Sorry. Feature 2. Yeah, we got the. It's all good. Yeah, I got this where it has the 3 covers: the Adam Miller, the Michael. I hope I able to say his last name right, but I say Yakutis. I don't know.
Okay.
So
Hold
bad.
on. Let
And
me
then, of course,
scroll
the-
because I've heard someone Yakutis. Yeah.
Does it sound
Yakutis,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
That sounds right to me. Michael Yakutis.
It
is
sounds
now.
right. And then the John Ball cover, and it also comes with the 3 prints. So that's kind of the featured tier.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah,
I'm at
sure.
a 75.
Ish. And of course, there you have the Michael Yakutis by himself for 25, and that comes with the 3 prints as well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And we haven't mentioned it before, but since I'm scrolling past the information, you're hoping October?
I mean, yeah, it's all done. So I'm just I say after I run the campaign, like, I want to just get it, out. I just needed how many copies to make. So I figured October sounds about right to have, all the copies in hand and all that. Because I'm not waiting on anything else. I mean, so.
Honestly, if you're waiting till the end of this, are you planning on running it for 30 or 60?
I'm going at the full 60. Yeah, we're going to do the full 60.
So July, the end of July, August, September. So your print order won't go in until the end of September.
Your print order won't go in until
early
October.
October.
Yeah, I'll have like the print. I'll have them made before October, like a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So you're basically just trying to gauge an idea of what you're going to need, and then you're going to pre-fund getting the print
Like pre-print
order.
them.
yeah, I'm gonna have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, if you're planning on overprinting anyway, then that's
Exactly.
a good way to go, and make sure you hit that time frame. My concern was just if you waited till the end of September to get your firm numbers and then put in your print order, and it takes them 2-3 weeks to print them and get them back to you, or to get you a proof or something like that, then you'd be well into November by the time you're fulfilling. But yeah, if you're doing it early.
Oh yeah, I said this week I'm going to be putting in the Adam Miller proof. Like I said, I already got this one, so like it's done. So there's just
Oh, is that a full proof with the cover? Ah, gotcha.
yeah.
Ooh.
Some people just
Oh,
get
I
the
love the
guts
back.
when they have multiple covers.
Oh yeah.
So
I love the back. That is so cool.
Yeah, that's Sim's work right there.
yeah, and I hope you don't mind, but you have like 17 versions of your Swarm logo. So I stole one. I picked a cover and stole one off of it for the thumbnail.
It's like, I don't know, this one's good. We're taking this one.
Yeah, actually, it was this
the
one right
Yakutis
here.
cover.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, I recognize it. It's that one.
Yeah, that looks good. I take. All right, so we have the Adam Miller and the
Yeah.
three prints.
Yep. And then the John Ball cover. So it also comes with the 3 prints.
Now,
the John Ball cover is like super vivid too. I really like the color choices on it.
Yeah, he wanted to go with he took the color palette of like the only colors that you could use back in like I think he said like the 80s or 70s.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it's so more traditional looking when it comes to the colors.
This definitely looks like a velvet painting.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I didn't even think of that, but it totally could be. I used to love those velvet posters when I was a kid.
Yeah.
See, that's the other thing is the way that you've got this IP, like down the road, you have left yourself like open for such unique merch options that it would be nuts. You could totally find a place that would do those velvet print, like color your own sheets and do a couple of characters.
Yeah.
Oh, it'd be cool. It would be like nostalgia, man.
Yeah, I'll be down for that.
Shae, be careful. Your top is opening a little bit.
I know.
We have a channel. Remember
we still have a channel. It has to open quite a bit before we lose the channel.
Oh yeah, that one comes with I think what we got on there the Adam Miller and the Michael one, the cutest one.
Yeah, so they don't get the ball.
Yeah, on that one. I actually had that one made up before I had the JB one. So once I got the John Ball one, I there's one on there somewhere that has all 3 of them.
It's the feature one.
Yeah, the feature.
It's the feature tier.
Yeah. Yep. And then we got the Jason Bascom sketch cards.
Why do I have to be broke right now? That's so rude.
I'm just glad. I'm so glad you took it on to do some of them. Oh yeah, the sketch cards also come with a again another person I cannot pronounce these people's names. Puji Trey, but this will come with an exclusive print by him. It's black and white. It's on the main thing somewhere. You'll see it.
Let me scroll.
Yeah, it's on there somewhere.
That's you. There we go.
There it is. There it is. Yeah. So all the sketch card tiers will come with that print.
Nice.
Yeah, and they all come in these tiny little boxes. For your sketch cards.
That is super cool. Oh, yeah. I like that. Wait, Si, look at the big up on the box.
Okay.
Yeah, they got that.
I really like that because I've had a bunch of the other, like the bigger boxes that ship everything in them, and they're neat, but the downside to them is I don't like what am I going to do with them after, you know?
Yeah.
And that's small enough. That's something that I could put on my bookcase and be like, hey, you could just sit over there and be like a cute little bit of art that also maybe holds stuff. And Sheldon, nip slips are not allowed. Stop it. Now I'm like holding this at the bottom just to make sure.
No, see, this is why I had Shane up so that
there you go. Nip slip.
I can fix.
No, Shane can do a nip slip. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was.
Oh, there you go. Shane.
I should have worn a low cut.
I know. We should have got you one of those deep V-necks like the Middle Eastern guys. Hey, thank you very much, Cricket Painter. $40. He says for comic books. I appreciate you, sir, very much.
Did it dance?
I don't know. I didn't.
It is on my OBS.
Oh.
Is it?
I
Is it
mean, you
kind
have
of
a taco
frozen?
on your face.
Yeah,
Oh, it's really
you got a little
bad.
mean taco. I just
It's
frozen
really
there.
bad. He's not
It's
dancing.
StreamYard.
He's like
No, it's StreamYard.
StreamYard's
Hold on.
having a heart attack.
I'll requeue it. Give me a second.
Shae
Do it
could do an
again.
upskirt.
Stream Labs.
You know what, Shane? You got to make that like a 50K goal.
Upskirt.
If you hit 50K, Shane will do an upskirt or something.
Oh god, now that reminds me of Chris Evans' red dress thing.
Yeah, definitely. Are you
Hold on 1
requeuing it,
second.
Sai? Is it not coming?
Yeah, it takes a second.
There it
There you
is,
go.
dancing taco. Yay! Thank you so much, Cricket Painter. We appreciate you. Like Frog G said, Taco was slowly gyrating, not really dancing.
Oh, do we have that on this? Hold on.
I don't know what you're referring to.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Mr. Taco was confused. He was. Look, he hasn't come out to play in so long.
Tacos, hot tacos here.
Very nice. Thank you,
That's
babe.
all you do.
All right. Back to the tiers.
Oh.
Yeah.
There we go.
I think we're on the sketch cards. Yeah. There should be 3 of the Jason Bascom ones.
Awesome.
So they all come with pretty much the same thing.
Is it all the same cover?
Except for the John Ball. I got his where they come with it. Yeah.
Very cool. So there's.
Yeah, I got 3 of the Jason, and I got Matt
that's
Burke.
right.
I got 3 of the Matt Burke ones on there. The creator of Butch
You know
Cleaver, if people are kind of wondering who.
I'm
Matt is.
surprised that
Yeah.
you didn't just put it that there were 3 available.
Well, because he's showing the specific sketch cards.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't see that those were changing, and I didn't know that the sketch
Yeah,
cards were already done,
they're
so.
specific the specific sketch cards.
Yeah, the only ones that aren't the John Ball ones are going to be kind of more random. He's going to do
Sure.
10 right now.
Okay.
That is several.
So, yes, that is several.
So
Well, I mean,
I know
Baller
that
makes stuff in like 12 seconds. So
12 seconds with 8,000 lines.
yeah.
Yes.
Like, it's ridiculous.
I know he's always showing me the
Kind of
pages
like
for
Good Dance.
Death, and people's always asking me like, so how many pages does he have done? I'm like, I don't know. He just shows me pages. I just kind of look at him like, oh, that's cool.
Honestly, I want to see the inks of this.
Yeah, go
Right?
to the bottom. It's on there.
Is it?
Is
It's
it?
one of the perks.
Oh.
You can buy the original, so you should be able to see the black and white on there somewhere.
Okay, so we have Michael Yakutas for 400.
Yeah, that's the
Very
print he did of
So
Ace
all,
and Swarm.
all 3 books, all 3 prints, and then the original for
Yeah.
that. And
Yes.
then
And that's the cover, original.
nice.
And there's the
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's
It's
tiny
so
on there, but
tiny.
it is.
Hold on. There's a way I can do this.
Oh, leave it to Sai.
I have to reshare. Settle down.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's definitely baller.
Yeah.
Look at that. Holy cow.
It's a little blurry, but yeah.
That is beautiful, though.
Yeah.
That is beautiful. Look at Ace in the chat. Everyone should read the Ace. LOL.
Yes, they should. I'm excited for
We're
the third
happy
one.
you're here, Ace. Okay. So we've got the cover. Is that the last one? Is the John Ball cover?
Yes. There's all the covers. Like I said, the 3 prints.
He needs to
Technically 4
decide
prints
on
if you
one
get
first
the-
name, by the way.
I'm sorry.
He needs to decide on one first name.
Well, the crazy thing is, since I came in all this, I've always known him as JB. So it's kind of really weird for me to call him John or even, whatever.
Oh, I don't know him by John. He goes
know him
by
by Joe.
He's always gone by Joe.
There's
for
John,
us.
Joe. here in good old Ohio, we call him JB because we know so many Johns here. We just call him JB. But
Well, and hell, there's a shit
We
ton
call
of
him
Joes,
Baller.
too. We do. We call him Baller around the Red Valkyrie flight.
you know,
As Mr. Baller.
Yeah, or
Sai.
call him Gale.
Gail, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd prefer not to call him Gail because then Gail shows up and she's a bitch.
It's
She makes fun of my
very-
roots.
It's very.
I'm not a fan.
He's
in
behind the KFC.
He's in the Tampa right now too, at the con.
Is he?
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
I was jealous.
See,
I
Shae,
timed
if
everything
we
so
were hoping
poorly.
to be there, but
If I were still
I was like,
living
why'd I
in
choose to launch
Florida,
this week? I don't know.
I
I'm
could
sorry.
have gone and visited Rini and Baller if I was still.
Yeah,
well, and
living
freaking
20 minutes
Bancroft
away.
finally decides to
I
come to
know.
the
That's
States, and we could
yeah.
have
I know
seen him
Van
too.
with him down there.
I would have fucking knifed Blouscroft.
Oh no.
He's okay, even though he's definitely second.
Nope,
best. It's
nope.
fine.
No, I would have wrapped him up in a women's pirate shirt and dragged him down the stairs.
That's fair.
Phil Diaz is down there too. I'm sure Brandon's there as well. You don't get one, you get two Diaz brothers.
I
never
would have brought
separated.
Philly a cheesesteak.
Sorry.
Tell you what, them motherfuckers are tall. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
they are.
short.
I-
but
yeah.
I met Phil when we went to Texas. That guy was like looking at a tree. Damn.
See, I feel like when I finally meet Phil in person, I'm gonna have to make sure I have my tallest shoes on.
Yeah, he's pretty tall.
See,
He's like,
Edwin
what,
will help me
6'4"?
dispose of Bancroft so that we can take over his audience.
Nice. Yeah, it'd be great if the Bancroft bump came over
Yeah.
to the Valkyrie flight. Just saying. Speaking of,
The
Sai,
Bancroft blemish. What's up?
I want to refresh. I want to see.
Oh, I see. All right, hold on. All right. So this is what you were at before we
Before we
live.
went live. Yeah.
Right.
Bam! 5 backers already.
Already 10%.
Yeah.
Oh, more than 10%.
Yeah. So let's go back down because Frog G was saying there was only one Jason sketch card bundle left. So I'm curious which sketch card bundles have gone.
See, I'm going to get him to do more. I knew I should.
Two.
I'm like, hey, Jason.
This one.
I need 5 more from you, Jason.
So number 2 is still available.
The armadillo one.
Very nice.
Yeah, and then it'll be down here in already purchased ones. Where are they? There we go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so one's gone. That's a good one too.
This little guy's gone already. And then
Yep.
this little guy's gone already.
Very nice.
So we got armadillo left. I mean, he colored that one. I
Yeah.
like that. I like the put yellow in it.
Very, very cool.
It looks like he colored the side with lipstick.
He might have. He might have grabbed lipstick. I mean, there's Jason.
I
You never
mean,
know.
it's Jason. He might have thought it was paint. He can only
Exactly.
kind of see.
But like
He's mostly
like
blind.
a starting out like preteen bubblegum flavored lipstick.
Oh, like lip smackers.
Yeah.
It's very fitting on the 80s, 90s threshold of this comic would be doing a sketch card with lip smackers.
Nice.
I don't even know if you can still get that. Very
Oh,
cool.
I
All
don't know
right,
what that one is
so
either.
what
Oops.
sort? It's because you're not a 8-year-old girl in the 90s.
Yeah.
That's why you don't know. It's okay. You
How
shouldn't
dare you.
know.
Hey, the coolest 80s girl toy, I think, was that. It might have been a boy toy as well. What was it? The skip one. It had like the.
Oh, skip it.
Skip it. Yeah. Boy or girl, you
They
put that.
they tried to make like there was a navy blue one that was supposed to go for boys, and boys were like, "I'm not fucking skipping." And so like it
We did though.
not
At least I
sell.
did. My neighbor had one. His
Well, that's the
sister
funny
and-
thing is, boys wouldn't buy it, but boys would take girls ones
play it.
and use them, and then be
Oh,
like,
wait,
"You're
was that the
super
thing
real
that you
toy." Like,
attached to one leg and then spun it
yeah, it had
around?
a
Yep,
little
yep.
hoop, and then it had a counter, and you saw how many times you could jump over it without breaking. And then after a
See,
while, they got light up ones. Those were cool.
in
Used to
my
do
day,
that
we
at
just
night.
had pogo ball.
Pogo ball. Oh, is that the kind of like Saturn, like the planet Saturn?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I kind of remember that. I don't
It's
remember
Yeah.
if
like
you just
a
you just
bouncy ball
stood
on
on it and just
top, a
jumped up.
bouncy ball on bottom, and then a platform between the two, and you
The thing that's
balance
really
between the
funny,
two and
How the hell did we
bounce
not break our ankles on that one? That's a crazy one.
carefully.
because kids are resilient. You know, the funny thing is they
They
actually
used to
use
be.
those in physical therapy. It's called a Bosu ball, and it doesn't have the top ball dome. It just has like a flat platform, and then it has the ball on the underside, and you stand on it. It's for stability for your ankles. So
Oh,
when you
that's
injure
stupid.
yourself, you have to stand on a Bosu ball and like do
And then
squats
probably
and
re-injure
stuff without
yourself.
falling off.
You twist your ankle on that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you
there
got
are
to be
two things
careful.
that top ball was used for. Either you wrapped your legs around it because you got it for a really little kid, and they would sit on it and bounce that way. Or if you were a bigger kid, you used it to anchor your arches on your feet. So you could hold that upper ball kind of between your feet, so that when you bounced on the lower one, you were taking it with you, not like a skateboard that would shoot off in the other direction. If that makes sense.
I could never do skateboards. I
Nah,
tried
I couldn't
and
either.
almost killed myself. I like every time I tried to stand on it, my 6'1" frame could not figure out how to put weight evenly distributed on a skateboard without it shooting and throwing me the opposite direction.
Balance and traction.
I have no balance. It's fine. Look at Frog G with the 80s pogo ball commercial.
Yeah,
And
Shae,
then
remind me
skip
what
it.
footwear you just bought for you and I. With
We
the no
got roller
balance.
skates.
Yeah.
We got roller skates. It's gonna be great. I hope I don't die. If I do well enough, I might join roller derby. We'll see.
Your active duty, they cover dental, right?
For me, yes.
Just wear a helmet.
It'll
Yeah,
be
I'm-
fine. I'll
I'm gonna-
probably only die a lot.
I'm gonna need one of those boxing teeth guards.
Get like a full-on mouth guard, yeah. Oh, Jason coming in with it. You're not live. Thank you. We appreciate that, sir. We appreciate it. I think we've been live for 37 minutes, but thank you.
Those are live.
These are live.
Yeah.
And everything has a green check, so we haven't been taken down yet. Anyway. Thank you. I was like moving along. Sai's just really enjoying the view. That's the problem.
I am. Yeah, not the fact that you're literally like one room over from me right now.
Anyway. So the other thing I was going to ask is once you hit funded, which I feel like you're gonna do probably pretty easily. Do you have any stretch goals or anything like that in mind that you're hoping to get to?
Since I'm going to go pretty much like I'd say the 60 days and then go into getting the book to the backers, I didn't really. I feel like I just did enough to not do stretch goals. You know, I could have easily done like the prints, like, oh, if I reach this much, you guys get this print. I was like, you know what, I'm just going to throw it all out there, and you know, to me, the most important thing is just getting it to the customer. You know, that was kind of like my goal with this.
Awesome.
Since you know, it's 100% complete. I don't want anything to delay. You know,
right?
So, yeah, because I mean, if I did another cover, you know, then I'd be waiting for like it to be drawn or colored, and you know that I know a lot of people don't like it once you get past about 3 covers, anyways. I know it gets a little bit more.
Yeah. Three covers is pretty much where I would say the max is. The only thing that I could think of that you might be able to throw in for stretch goals that would still be rather quick would be if you ended up doing like a sticker or small things like that you can get printed quickly. But I understand the not wanting to delay it any longer. And Cricket Painter says, I was disappointed no draw me in tier. So with the book already done, I see why there's not a drawn-in tier. However, we have had people before, like Little Sis, who will sell a drawn-in tier for book 2.
Oh, okay.
Where you can be like a background villain character or something like that. So if you're trying to come up with other things that might entice people and still wouldn't add to your timeline, you could always look at maybe once you hit funded, if you get to 5,000, you'll open up 3 draw-in tiers for book 2 or something.
Yeah, I can see that. That works.
And then that way, it gets people to want to back it, and then you can throw up the tier and say, hey, there's only 3 of them, and they're going to go quick. They've been unlocked. I'll launch it on this date or whatever.
Right.
And then that might help keep the numbers going. Because the problem with not having stretch goals is it makes it hard for your campaign to continue with momentum after it hits funding. Because there's no, like, the goal right now is funding. And so once it hits that, a lot of your backers and your support, there's not another goal in sight other than getting you more money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see the point. But like I say, to me, I guess for me, I've just seen so many campaigns where people just like,
yeah,
I get kind of tired like hearing the you know, especially with Comic Gate, we don't get things done or we don't get things funded. I'm like, I want to be one of those people that said, well, you know what? It's fucking done. You know what I'm saying? Like I can get into your hands.
Absolutely.
You know, it just gives that little bit of a boost of like when people kind of come at us about like, you guys aren't getting stuff done. I'm like, yes, we are. You know, if you want something,
totally understand.
You know,
totally understand. And you know,
and especially with you know, me and John, we're both in the same company. So right now he's, you know, with him doing death. This gives us a product that shows that we are getting other stuff done as well. If that makes sense, because we have to look at it as a whole, not just it's not just Swarm by Shane Mess. You know, I got you know a whole company that we started that I got to put other products out there. So you know, if this one gets to people's hands faster, doesn't take as long as time. You know, it doesn't hurt my feelings. So to me, all the funding it's all generated into King Toad Incorporated, because we actually we got it legalized, all that. So all the funding goes to the same spot. You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
awesome.
So yeah. Like I say, Swarm is just that product with our company that you know it's just coming out as a complete product. You know, so it's just if you back it, you get it. You know, I'm not one of those. Well, at least with this campaign, I just don't want it to be a waiting issue. I mean, especially, you know, right now we got, you know, John working on Death, a 300-page book. I don't want people to think like, well, is King Toad not going to get stuff done? And I just want to show we are doing stuff. We are getting product out to people. This is actually my second campaign. Awesome. I did Mothman. I think I did 4 or 5K on that one. So we put that on our site so people can get that as well. So yeah, we're just building, working on building the audience and getting that trust. You know, I just want you know, like my second campaign with Swarm. Yeah, I'll probably actually start it not finished. You know, like more of the traditional set. But I just want people to know to see us reliable when it comes to Swarm and stuff. You know, that's
Absolutely.
kind of the point of the first one. You know,
nope, that makes perfect sense. And the reason that I brought all of this up is because I wanted to hear you say exactly what you said, because that speaks to your character as a creator, and that gives a lot of the people, especially the people who are watching for the launch party and people who are early backers, it gives them a little bit of context where it's, hey, we're going at face value. We're showing you like this is what we've got. It's done. It's ready to go. We want to fulfill in October, and so I want to make sure everybody understands how much you've already put into this and how far you're going with this, and so they can share it out and help you maintain that kind of that momentum that you're going to get, and make sure that this gets shared out well, and so more people see it and you get more backers. Because
and you know how it is. Like I mean, so much stuff can come up during a campaign. You think you have everything lined up and you know, or have callers done by this time, or you know, pages done by this time, and it's just never something always comes up. You know, that's why it kind of sucked like funding everything beforehand. It has its pros and cons, but
Right.
I'm glad I did it with the first one. Even though, like I say, it was a little rough, but
Of
but
course. But that also shows your dedication to your project and how you believe in it, because you've already got skin in the game. You funded everything
and see,
so
that's why I look at
far.
it too. Is I've seen campaigns that make a lot more money than I ever probably will see and stuff like that. And then I just feel like there's it's kind of like sports. I always feel like once you pay a player so much money, then they can start half-assing a lot of stuff because they got the money. Why do they care to rush anything or get anything to you? I feel
Right.
like if as long as I stay hustling and I'm showing people that it's getting done, I'm hoping I'm after the fans' trust. That's what I want to build. I want to build that trust with the consumer.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I
That's
just feel like
fantastic.
uh, I just see, like I said, I see campaigns. I will get a lot of money, and then you're still be waiting on it for a long time, and I just feel like it slows down. I don't know.
Well, it seems like you've got some pretty good support. You've got Edwin saying Mothman was super underrated. So if you miss Mothman, you should definitely go on King Toad Comics website and pick up a copy. Might also be good in the future to think of maybe adding a catch up or something, like a limited tier run or something on your
Yeah,
campaign
yeah.
to help generate a little bit more funds.
We also have
Um,
Ace's book on there as well. He
Fantastic.
he's kind of jumped in with those toads.
Crooked Painter says that he sees you have a T-shirt on the back wall. He wants to see it up close.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. That's very cool. So that's the same as what's on the back of the comic, but you just got it up on a T-shirt.
Yeah, I had these like the Swarm poster made, and then it's like,
Uh-huh.
hey, you can make this, this, and this. I'm like, all right, I guess I'll order a shirt, see what it looks like. So might be something
Very
we end
cool.
up throwing up on our site eventually. Because that's another thing
Very cool.
we've been talking about with Greg. He's another guy that's in with us who built the
Uh-huh.
site. That eventually it'd be nice to maybe not do Indiegogo and have our own. Just go to our site and get the books from there, do the campaign there, and stuff like that. Uh, yeah, start driving traffic
Absolutely.
that way. Um,
Well,
'Cause, we don't know how long Indiegogo is going to stick around and be nice to people.
very true. Very true. It's such
You
a
got to have that
fickle
backup
bit.
plan because at the end of the day, we're trying to build businesses and move things forward, and it sucks when you have to rely on like so much third party kind of stuff like Indiegogo and
Yeah, no, totally understand. Well, this looks really good. I'm glad that we were able to get you on and to do your launch and that you're officially live. So everybody go back Swarm if you haven't already. Is there any last little bits that you want to let everybody know before we wrap?
I can't think of anything. Just please go
Just
back
go back
Swarm.
it. Go
Yeah,
back
like I
it.
say,
That's what
well,
he's saying.
as soon as we end the campaign, we'll go into sending it out. So that's the
Fantastic.
plan.
Very quick fulfillment. So everyone, please
Yes.
go and get in on this campaign as soon as you can. I feel like Shane's, putting in a lot of work, got a lot of skin in the game, and definitely believes in what he's doing. So give him some support.
Poster
Don't
of
listen to
it.
Crooked Painter. Don't get a poster of the T-shirt that has the same thing as the poster. Anyway,
Make sure there's an outline of a T-shirt on it too.
make sure that you can clearly see it.
Yes.
Put it on a black background with a white T-shirt.
And Shane, I forgot to ask before we came in here, but your trailer that you have being hosted on the Vimeo is that copyright free on the music?
It should be fine.
So
forgive me if it's not, but it should work.
we'll roll the dice.
We'll find
let's
out.
see here.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Red Valkyrie. Go back Swarm as soon as humanly possible. Like Frog G says, only one Jason sketch card left, so better hop on that before it's gone. You got a couple other sketch cards, some covers, really amazing artwork to get in there, and your choice of covers. So go and check it out. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. We will see you next time.
And stay tuned.